In a quiet retirement village tucked away in the English countryside, for unlikely friends, Elizabeth, Ron, Ibrahim, and Joyce meet every Thursday to pore over old cold cases. What begins as a way to pass time and keep their minds sharp soon grows into a cherished ritual, one that makes them feel alive in ways they hadn't for years. Each member brings a unique skill to the table. Elizabeth's mysterious intelligence background, Ron's fiery activism, Ibrahim's clinical precision, and Joyce's gentle but surprisingly shrewd insights. One Thursday, the club stumbles upon something far more urgent than old police files. A local developer, planning to expand the retirement village, turns up dead under suspicious circumstances. The news spreads like wildfire, but for the Thursday Murder Club, it feels like fate has delivered them a real case right to their doorstep. They can't resist digging in. The police arrive on the scene, led by the young and slightly overwhelmed Detective Donna DeFreitas. While Donna wants to keep things official, she finds herself reluctantly charmed and frustrated in equal measure by the elderly sleuths. Elizabeth, in particular, has a way of making her feel like she's missing half the picture. The group begins by retracing the developer's steps, interviewing village staff, and looking into his financial dealings. Ron, with his bluster, intimidates suspects into revealing more than they intend. Joyce quietly makes notes in her diary, catching details the others overlook. Ibrahim examines the logic of each lead, piecing together timelines with mathematical patience. But as the evidence piles up, the case grows murkier. It turns out the developer had made enemies not just in business but also within the village itself. Old grudges, unpaid debts, and secret affairs float to the surface. Suddenly, everyone around them seems to have had a motive. Elizabeth begins receiving cryptic messages slipped under her door at night, written on old typewriter paper. At first, she thinks they're pranks, but the content reveals knowledge only someone close to the case could know. She doesn't share them right away, worried the others might panic. Meanwhile, Joyce befriends a nurse at the village who reveals overhearing a heated argument days before the murder. The voices weren't clear, but the tension was unmistakable. Joyce, with her warm demeanor, manages to coax out details no one else could have gotten. She feels a quiet thrill at being useful. The club stages a meeting with all the potential suspects under the guise of a charity fundraiser. They observe interactions carefully, looking for slips of the tongue or guilty eyes. Ron, naturally, makes a scene, but it gives Elizabeth cover to notice a subtle exchange between two attendees who shouldn't even know each other. The police, though skeptical, start realizing the Thursday Murder Club may be onto something. Detective DeFreitas and her partner Chris begin working more closely with them, though they constantly remind the group not to take risks. Of course, the warning goes unheeded. One night, Ibrahim is nearly run off the road while driving home. Though shaken, he insists it was no accident. The incident rattles the group, making them realize they're in deeper than they imagined. Still, their determination only grows stronger. If someone is trying to silence them, it means they're getting close. Elizabeth finally shares the anonymous notes with the others. Together, they analyze the language and conclude the writer is both frightened and guilty. Joyce notices a strange reference to gardening tools, something only residents would understand. Their circle of suspects narrows considerably. As the group digs deeper, they uncover a hidden connection between the victim and a decades-old unsolved crime. The threads start to weave together: greed, betrayal, and revenge spanning years. The elderly sleuths are astonished at how past and present crimes echo one another. Tensions within the village grow. Whispers spread about the club's investigations, and some residents feel uncomfortable with their meddling, but others secretly cheer them on, finding inspiration in their boldness. The Thursday Murder Club has become the heartbeat of the community, whether people admit it or not. At last, Elizabeth confronts the prime suspect during a carefully planned encounter. It's a delicate dance of words, with Elizabeth pretending ignorance while drawing out a confession. The others, hidden nearby, record everything on Joyce's phone. The evidence is undeniable. Before they can celebrate, the suspect makes a desperate move, attempting to flee the village in the dead of night. The club alerts the police, and a tense chase ensues. It ends not with violence but with quiet resignation. The suspect caught in a web of truth too tight to escape. When the dust settles, Detective DeFreitas acknowledges the club's role in cracking the case. She doesn't say it outright, but her respect is clear. The Thursday Murder Club may not follow procedure, but their instincts, experience, and humanity have solved what the police nearly couldn't. The four friends gather back in their usual room with tea and biscuits. They share a quiet moment of pride, reflecting on how life still holds purpose and excitement, even at their age. For them, solving a murder isn't just about justice, it's about proving they still matter. As the credits of their adventure roll in the minds of those who witnessed it, the Thursday Murder Club prepares for their next Thursday meeting. They laugh, argue, and tease each other, already hungry for the next mystery. After all, where there are secrets, there's always work to be done. But just as they begin to relax, Joyce notices another envelope slipped under the door. This one is different. No typewriter, no riddles, just 3 chilling words. "You're not finished." The friends exchange glances, realizing their story is far from over. Another case has just begun. The final shot lingers on their faces. Fear, determination, and a spark of excitement. For the Thursday Murder Club, life has never been more dangerous or more thrilling. And with each mystery they tackle, they remind the world that age is no barrier to courage, wit, and friendship. Now, new chapters unfold as the aftermath of the solved case leaves ripples in the village. Some residents are grateful, but others feel exposed. Old secrets brought into the open create new divisions. The club must deal with the unintended consequences of shining light where some preferred shadows. Donna, meanwhile, is reassigned briefly, but she finds excuses to return, visiting under the pretense of checking in. She knows the club will stumble into something again. It's only a matter of time. Her bond with them deepens, not just as allies, but as something resembling family. Ron begins to reconnect with his estranged son, who had followed the case in the news. Though their relationship has been strained for years, Ron's role in solving the murder becomes a bridge. Their tentative conversations remind him that the work of repairing relationships is another kind of mystery. Ibrahim, deeply shaken by the attempt on his life, seeks counseling, but he also channels his fear into writing detailed notes about their experiences. He wants a record, something future generations of villagers might read to know what courage looks like, even in fragile hands. Joyce starts her own diary series, documenting not just facts but feelings. The laughter, the quarrels, the small triumphs of each Thursday. Her words become a mirror for the group, reminding them of how much their friendship means beyond the thrill of solving crimes. Elizabeth, though outwardly calm, feels restless. She can't shake the suspicion that the mysterious notes are part of something larger. Her instincts whisper that the suspect they caught was only one piece of a wider puzzle. She quietly begins digging into her old contacts. Soon, another death rocks the community. Not a murder this time, but a sudden, unexplained accident. The Thursday Murder Club senses foul play, though the police are quick to dismiss it. Their curiosity reignites, sharpening their purpose once again. As they investigate, new characters enter the picture. A charming but evasive historian researching the land, and a newcomer to the village whose past seems deliberately obscured. The group debates whether their arrival is coincidence or design, their instincts leaning toward danger. The village, once sleepy, now feels like a stage where hidden dramas are constantly unfolding. Rumors swirl, alliances shift, and the Thursday Murder Club stands at the center. Part detectives, part neighbors, part guardians of truth. Their reputation precedes them now. And as another Thursday approaches, the group gathers once more, biscuits on the table, hearts beating faster than they'd admit. A new case beckons, layered and dangerous. They are older, perhaps, but no less fierce. Together, they are unstoppable. In the weeks that follow, Elizabeth receives a cryptic phone call from a blocked number. The voice warns her to stop digging, but her instincts flare. This is no prank. She tells the others only partially, not wanting to alarm them, though Joyce quickly senses Elizabeth is hiding something.